The time has come to take the training wheels off and finally leave the Bahamas. Nervous? Maybe.
Finally.
We're really excited, nervous, all of the feelings, because this is going to be our longest journey of 266 nautical miles, and that's if we go in straight lines.
Which is not going to be the case. We're going through the Windward Passage opposed to the Mona Passage. So we're going between Cuba and Haiti. And all the weather forecasts are showing not much wind going through there right now. So hopefully we won't be sitting around bobbing just waiting for wind.
We're hoping to ride a little bit of the wind that we were seeing, and fingers crossed that some of these models are incorrect. So with each passage, I feel like we've gotten a little bit better on how we get prepared. Now we have all of our foods ready, we have water ready at our helm, so you're not gonna get dehydrated.
We fixed a few things on the boat that needed fixing.
And we know that it's probably gonna be really light wind, so we'll be able to do a lot of the things that maybe heat food, which we have everything ready to eat cold if we need to. These are my travel gemstones. I like having them in my pocket when we're sailing. There's nothing else like this. I'm so excited. If you've never been to the little island of Great Anagua, which is the most southern part of the Bahamas, we highly recommend it. The people here were amazing. I'm really actually kind of sad to leave, but we're so excited to get to the Caribbean and see what everything down there has, because we know it's going to be so different. But here we go. Good?
Good.
So we're gonna leave the reef in?
Yep, leaving the reef in. I'm thinking it's gonna get a little bit heavier out there. The main is up. Now we gotta raise the anchor and get out of here.
Get your vest on.
Oh, and get my vest on. Safety first, kids. Safety first.
Safety check.
When our buddy boat left, they warned us that there are traps right where the shelf drops off. So we gotta be careful and try to avoid getting those all caught up in our prop.
Now that is a pretty seaweed fish. It looks like a Muppet character. Doesn't it?
We're cruising now. We've rounded the corner, so the wind picked up. We're doing about 5.5 knots. It's a beam reach. The swell is coming to us from the bow, so it's a very comfortable sail. I could do this all day.
It's so comfortable that I can't even cook dinner. So that just happened. I was helming and Beau was sleeping, and he probably had been sleeping for maybe a good 20 minutes, and out of nowhere we were bobbing around. I actually have the engine on just to kind of get a little bit of headway. Out of nowhere, 35 knot winds. Mainsail, I called a Beau, He comes up, helps me. I'm tacking just to get out of the wind, and it just keeps coming. Then comes the rain. Then comes a little sight of lightning. And then our mainsail rips.
Completely ripped the mainsail, like decapitated it, basically. We're gonna have to investigate where it ripped from, but it happened so fast.
Thank goodness our amazing friends at Sailing Uma had given us one of their mainsails a while back, so we'll be able to put that up once we get sunlight. It's about 5:30 right now. This all happened within the last 30 minutes. It was torrential downpour out of nowhere. I was so scared I couldn't even cry, just to be honest. Beau was really great. He just kind of handled it. I stood behind the helm. We had already had all the safety lines ran, so he went up and took the mainsail down. It's wrapped around the mast right now. The jib did fine. I just tried to stay kind of into the wind a little bit just to depower, and we made it through. Sopping wet, a little terrified, at least on my part, and we're fine. So let's keep going. Can't do anything else except for move. Well, now that hiccup of a torrential downpour, mainsail ripping, lightning storm producing storm is over, we are now able to see Cuba now that the light is up, the sun is up. Can't see it because it's being clouded, but we are going a good 6 to 7 knots with just the head sail up. Not sure if the flapping of the mainsail's helping any, but it's there. Beau is actually sleeping right now because I woke him up out of a dead sleep when the storm happened, so he's trying to catch up on some sleep. But we're hoping that when he does get up, we can change out the mainsail. We're doing beam reach right now, so we're making good time with just the head sail. Maybe throw out the line, get some lunch, and just forget about last night. This is sailing.
I woke up in the middle of the night. Na, na, na. And I wondered how you're always right. It gets me.
Thankfully last night Una was in the cabin with me, so we didn't have to worry about her flying around the cockpit while we were dealing with the storm. Had she been out here, she would have been the first priority. We would have put her in the cabin and then taken care of whatever needed to be taken care of. Because the storm came at us so quick, we didn't have much time to react. We already had a reef in. Had we known, I guess we could have put another reef in, and we could have tried to heave too, but I don't know, with the way the wind was, it was swirling all over. It was changing direction so much that I don't know that we could have maintained a heave to position. So we did the best we could. Now we just gotta repair the damages and keep on going and dry out all the clothes. Now we gotta take down the mainsail, put up the backup, and hopefully we can pick up a few more knots. When we get a little further south, we're gonna have to point more into the wind, so this will definitely help. I don't know that we could even point that much more with only the head sail.
I couldn't see what you saw in me. Ooh, na, na, na. But you showed me how to believe. Still gets me. When I look back, I can see you're hiding, waiting for you saw it coming. Oh, but I will love you for it all. Yeah, I will love you for it all.
What? Wow. What? That is so cool. He is like curious as all get out. Look at him taking his fin out. Oh my god, that was so cool. We just saw a white-tipped baby shark. I think it was a white tip.
Yeah, it was a white tip. He had the long, what are they? Long dorsal fin? No,
And
pectoral?
white little tip fins. He came out of the water, his little fin came out. We're just sitting around here bobbing and weaving here because there is zero wind. We're going 1.5 knots. And I look over and it's pretty calm. Actually, the wind just kind of started picking up a little bit. It's dead calm and all I see is like this something moving in the water, and I thought it was a really big fish and it turned out to be a shark.
That's what happens when you stop and smell the roses. Not by choice.
Not by choice. But at least we have that. How cool was that?
That was cool.
I don't know if I would ever see that ever again. Like, that's so cool.
We are going a whopping 1.5 to 2 knots. It's about the same speed we were doing when we had the motor running, but we kicked off the motor because we didn't want to burn through all our power. Have a little bit in the reserve. We got to run lights, cook, all that other stuff that we use the batteries for. Now that the sun's going down, we are starting to get a little bit of more of a steady gusts. So hopefully they'll pick up a little bit and we can pick up some speed. But we can do without the 35 knot squalls.
Yeah, we can do without those.
That didn't turn out so well. We took down our main and I did find where it failed. It basically failed at the leech where Sol Gibson, the guy who stitched it up back in Rock Sound, it failed where he didn't stitch. So his stitches held, but I should have just had him do the whole leech.
So, Beau's outside humming right now. We have another storm that we're going through. Earlier,